I came to Seattle on Tuesday. It was night. Rain fell from the sky. The rain was cold. I stood on the street. I looked at a big old building. The building was red. Water ran down the walls. I felt very tired. My body hurt. My heart hurt. I wanted to cry. But I could not cry. I looked at my bag. It was small and brown. All my things were in it. I held the bag very tight. My hands hurt. I was 36 years old. I thought I was too old for this new life. But I had no money. I had to live here. I had to live with another person. I walked to the door. I pushed the bell. I waited in the rain. The door opened. A man stood there. He was tall. He was not fat. He wore a gray shirt. His eyes were kind, but his eyes looked sad. He looked at me. I looked at him. We did not talk. He gave me a key. The key was cold. He said, "This is your room." He pointed down the hall. He said, "We both use the kitchen." He pointed to another door. He said, "I work there." He said, "I am very quiet." That was all. He did not smile. He did not tell me his name. He did not ask my name. I walked inside. The hall was dark. The floor was made of wood. It was old wood. My shoes made small sounds. He walked to a door. He opened it. He said, "This is your room." I went inside. The room was small. There was a bed. There was a table. There was one chair. Nothing else. But the room was very clean. The bed had white covers. They looked new. The room smelled good. It smelled like wood. The man stood at the door. Then he left. I heard his door close. I sat on the bed. The room felt safe. I did not know why, but I felt okay here. The first week was slow. Every day was the same. I woke up early. I got dressed. I ate bread in the kitchen. Then I went to work. I did not like my work. I sat in an office. I talked on the phone all day. People were not nice to me. But I needed money. I came home at 6. The house was always quiet. The man was in his room. I heard him sometimes. I heard him walk. I heard his door. But I did not see him. We lived in the same house, but we did not meet. We did not talk. It was strange, but I liked it. I felt like nobody saw me. He did not care about me. He did not ask questions. He did not want to know me. I was happy about this. I wanted to hide. I did not want people to see me. I did not want people to know me. I wanted to be alone. On Friday night, it got very cold. I was in my bed. I could not sleep. I just looked at the ceiling. Then I heard something. I heard him walk in the hall. The sounds were soft. They came close. They stopped at my door. I did not move. I did not breathe. My heart went fast. I waited. Was he going to open my door? Did he want something? I was very still. I was very quiet. He did not knock. But I knew he was there. The door was between us. Then he walked away. His door opened. His door closed. I breathed again. I felt strange. He was so close to me, but he was also very far away. We were like two people on different streets. We were in the same house, but we did not know each other. I was alone again. The house was quiet again, and that was how I wanted it, or so I thought. One night I came home late. I was very hungry. I went to the kitchen. I wanted to eat bread. But I saw a bowl on the table. It was a blue bowl. It had hot soup in it. I saw a paper next to it. The paper said, "Food for you." I looked at the soup. I looked at his door. His door was closed. I was hungry. I sat down. I ate the soup. The soup was good. It had carrots. It had potatoes. It was hot and good. I ate all of it. Then I saw something. The soup had no onions. I hate onions. But how did he know that? We never talked. Maybe he did not like onions too. I did not know. I went to my room. I went to bed. But I could not sleep. I never sleep well. The house was too quiet. I need to hear rain to sleep, but there was no rain. I stayed in bed. I looked at the dark room. I could not sleep for a long time. 2 days later I came home. I walked to my room. I saw a small box on the floor. It was outside my door. I took the box. I went into my room. I looked at it. What was it? The box had a small round thing on top. I pushed it. The box made a sound. It sounded like rain, like soft rain. I put the box near my bed. I lay down. I closed my eyes. I heard the rain sound. I went to sleep. I slept all night. I slept very well. In the morning, I felt good. I was not tired. The box still made rain sounds. I stopped it. I wanted to say thank you, but we did not talk, so I said nothing. I used the box every night. It helped me sleep. Then more things happened. One day I walked in the hall. The floor made a bad sound. One piece of wood was bad. It moved under my foot. The next day, it was fixed. The wood did not move. It was good now. My window was old. It was hard to open. I had to push it hard. One day, I tried to open it. It opened easy. It was not hard anymore. Someone fixed it. I saw him in the kitchen. I asked, "Did you fix my window?" He said, "Yes." He said, "It was bad." Then he went to his room. Other things got fixed too. The hall light was new. The old one was dark. Now it was bright. The front door was fixed. It was hard to open before. Now it was easy. He fixed many things. He did not tell me. He just fixed them. I started to feel different. I did not feel alone. I felt like someone helped me. Someone cared. One night, I got up. I wanted water. I went to the kitchen. He was in the other room. He sat near the window. He read a book. The light was on. He looked sad. He looked alone. I looked at him. He looked like me. We were both sad. We were both alone. I went back to my room. I thought about him. I thought about the soup. I thought about the rain box. I thought about the fixed things. He did not talk to me, but he helped me. He knew I hated onions. He knew I could not sleep. He knew what I needed. But how? How did he know? I did not tell him. We never talked. I looked at my door. I looked at the rain box. I did not understand. but I felt something new. I felt like someone saw me, not just my body, but me inside. And that felt good, but it also felt strange. Who was this man? It was Sunday morning. I made coffee in the kitchen. The radio was on. It played music. The music was quiet. I got a cup. I put water in the pot. I waited. Then a new song came on. It was an old song. It was very slow. It was very sad. I knew this song. I heard it before. I heard it when my mother died. That was 5 years ago. My body stopped. I could not move. The cup was in my hand. The cup moved. Water fell out. Tears came from my eyes. I started to cry. I could not stop. I wanted to stop the radio, but I could not move. Then I heard his door. It opened fast. He ran out. He came to the kitchen. He did not talk. He did not ask me things. He just went to the radio. He turned it off. The music stopped. Then he stood near me. He was in front of the window. The sun was behind him now. He gave me water, a glass of water. He put it in my hand. I took it. I looked at him. He did not say anything. He just went back to his room. He closed the door. I stood there. I drank the water. My hands still moved. But the song was not there now. How did he know about that song? I never told him. 2 weeks went by. Then it was November 14. This day was always bad for me. My mother died on this day, 5 years ago on this day. Every year I stay home on this day. I do not see people. I stay in my room. I cry all day. I never tell people about this day. My friends do not know. My sister does not know. It is my secret. I woke up that morning. I felt very sad. I did not want to get up. I went to the kitchen. The house was very quiet. I looked around. He was not there. His door was open. I looked in his room. It was empty. He was not home. There was a paper on the table. I read it. It said, "I go away for 2 days. You can be alone. There is food in the cold box." I sat down. He was not home. I was alone, all alone in the house. I felt happy. I could cry now. Nobody would see me. Nobody would hear me. Today was November 14. He left on this day. He left on this day. My body felt cold. The song, 2 weeks ago, he knew. He turned off the radio so fast. The soup. No onions. I never told him about onions. The rain box. I never told him I could not sleep. He knew about the song. He knew about this day. He knew so many things. But how? I felt cold all over. This was not right. Something was wrong. I got my phone. I called my friend Anna. The phone rang. Anna said, "Hello?" I said, "Anna, I need help." Anna said, "What is wrong?" I told her. I told her about the man in my house. I told her about the soup. I told her about the rain box. I told her about the song. I told her about today. Anna did not talk for a time. Then she said, "Matilda." She said, "This is bad." She said, "How does he know?" She said, "Does he look at your things?" She said, "Does he watch you?" I said, I do not know. I said, we do not talk. I said, I never tell him things. Anna said, Matilda. Anna said, you need to be safe. Anna said, this man knows too much. I said, I will call you later. I put the phone down. I sat on my bed. I looked at my door. I looked at his door before. I felt good here. I felt safe here. He helped me. He was kind to me. But now I felt bad. My stomach felt bad. My head felt bad. He knew about my mother. He knew about the day she died. He knew about the song. But I never told him. I looked at his closed door. Who was he? How did he know I felt good before? He made me feel good, but now I did not feel good. Now I felt bad. Now I was afraid. What did he know about me? What else did he know? I sat there. I looked at his door. I waited. One night was very cold. The house had no heat. The heat was broken. The house was so cold. I was in my room. I put on my coat. I put on 2 shirts, but I was still cold. My body shook and shook. I needed more blankets. I needed a big blanket. I went out to the hall. I wanted to find a blanket. I saw a small door. I saw this door before, but it was always closed. Tonight it was open, just a little open. I walked to the door. I pushed it. It opened more. Inside was a small room. It had old things in it. I looked for blankets. I saw some up high. I tried to get one. My hand hit a box. The box fell down. It hit the floor hard. It opened. Things fell out. I looked down at the things. I saw a blue cloth. It was long and soft. I picked it up. This was mine. This was my old blue cloth. I wore it around my neck. I lost it a long time ago. My hands started to shake. Why was it here? This was my thing. I looked at the other things. There was a small book. I picked it up. I opened it. There was writing in it. This was my writing. I wrote these words. This was my book. I lost this book too. Many years ago, my heart went fast, very fast. I looked at the last thing. It was a paper with a picture on it. Someone drew this picture. It was not in color. It was only black and white. The picture showed a woman. She sat in a chair. Her face was in her hands. She looked so sad. I looked at the picture. The woman was me. This was a picture of me. I dropped the box. It made a big sound. I could not breathe. I could not think. These things were mine, my old things, things I lost long ago. Why were they here? Why did he have them? His door opened. He came out. He saw me. He saw the door open. He saw the box on the floor. He saw the things. He looked at my face. I looked back at him. I was so afraid, but I was also angry. I said, "Who are you?" I said it loud. I said, "These are my things." I said, "Why do you have them?" I said, "What did you do?" He stood very still. He looked at the box. He looked at me. He said, "I did not take them." He said, "You left them there." I said, "No." I said, "I never saw you before." I said, I do not know you. He looked so sad now. His face looked broken. He said, Yes, you did. He said, You saw me one time. He said, But you do not know this. He said, You were very sad that day. I said, When did I see you? He looked down at the picture of sad me. He said, At the big sick building, he said, 5 years ago. I stopped. The big sick building. He meant the hospital, the place for sick people. 5 years ago. That was when my mother got very sick. That was when she died. I was at that place. I was there all night. I waited there. My mother was dying, but I did not see him there. I did not see any man. I do not remember. I said, I do not remember you. He said, I know. He said, But I remember you. He said, I see you every day in my head. I looked at him. I looked at his sad face. What was he saying? He said, You helped me. He said, You did a good thing for me. He said, A very good thing. He said, I was very sad that night. He said, You made me okay. I said, I do not remember. I said it again. I said, I do not remember you. He looked at the things on the floor, my blue cloth, my book, my picture. He said, I know you do not remember. He said, Please sit down. He said, I will tell you. He said, I will tell you everything. He said, I will tell you what you did. He said, I will tell you why I am here. I looked at him. I looked at the open door. I could run. I could leave. But I did not run. I needed to know. I needed to understand. So I sat down on the floor and I waited for him to talk. He sat down on the floor too. He sat across from me. He looked at my blue cloth. He looked at my book. He looked at the picture. Then he started to talk. He said, It was 5 years ago. He said, It was night. He said, Very late at night. He said, I was at the hospital. He said, The place for very sick people. He stopped. He looked very sad. He said, My wife was there. He said, She was very sick. He said, She was dying. I looked at him. I did not talk. I just waited. He said, I sat in a room. He said, A room for waiting. He said, I waited all night. He said, I was so sad. He said, I could not think. He said, I wanted to die too. His voice was very quiet now. He said, Then I saw you. He said, You were there too. He said, In the same room. He looked at me. He said, You walked back and back. He said, You cried and cried. He said, You looked so sad. He said, You looked broken. He said, But then you stopped. He said, You looked at me. He said, You saw me in the corner. I tried to remember. I tried so hard, but I could not see it. He went on. He said, You went to a big machine. He said, A machine that sells drinks. He said, You put money in it. He said, You got 2 cups of coffee. He said, Then you came to me. He said, "You sat next to me." He said, "You gave me 1 cup." He stopped talking. He looked down. Then he said more. He said, "You told me to drink it." He said, "You said I could not stop yet." He said, "You said she needed me." He said, "But not now." I felt something in my head, something small and far away, a picture, a man in gray. He said, "We sat there for a long time." He said, "You talked to help both of us." He said, "You told me about food." He said, "You said the hospital food was bad." He said, "You said they put onions in everything." He said, "You said you hated onions." My heart stopped. The onions, the soup with no onions. He said, "You told me you could not sleep well." He said, "You said you needed to hear rain." He said, "You said the hospital was too quiet." The rain box. He knew because I told him. He said, "There was music playing." He said, "A radio was on." He said, "A slow, sad song came on." He said, "You started to cry again." He said, "You said that song made you too sad." The song on Sunday morning, the song he turned off so fast, tears came to my eyes. He said, "Then a doctor came." He said, "The doctor came for you." He said, "You ran away so fast." He said, "You left your things." He pointed at the blue cloth. He pointed at the book. He said, "I kept them." He said, "I wanted to find you." He said, "I wanted to say thank you." He said, "But I did not know your name." He said, "I did not know where you lived." He said, "That night, you saved me." He said, "I wanted to die." He said, "You helped me stay strong." He said, "I stayed with my wife." He said, "I was there when she died." He said, "Because of you." Tears ran down my face now. I remembered the man, the sad man in the corner, the gray shirt, the dark eyes, the coffee. It was him. He said, "Then you came here." He said, "You wanted to live here." He said, "I saw your name on the paper." He said, "I knew it was you." He said, "I wanted to tell you." He said, "But you did not remember me." He said, "You still looked so sad." He said, "I did not want to make you more sad." He said, "I did not want you to think about that bad night." He said, "So I just helped you." He said, "I tried to make things good for you." He said, "I tried to pay you back." He said, "For saving my life." I could not stop crying. I looked at him. I saw him now. Really saw him. He was the man from that night, the man I helped, the man I forgot. But he never forgot me. Every word I said, everything I told him. And he kept my things for 5 years. He waited. He hoped to find me. And then I came to him. I sat there and cried. I cried for a long time. He did not talk. He just waited. Then I stopped crying. I looked at him. I looked at his sad face, his kind face. I was not afraid now. I did not feel bad now. I felt something new, something warm. This man was not bad. He did not want to hurt me. He just wanted to help me. He wanted to say thank you for one cup of coffee, for a few kind words, for one bad night 5 years ago. I stood up. My legs shook a little. I walked to him. He looked up at me. He looked worried. I picked up my blue cloth, the one he kept for 5 years. I put it on the table. Then I took his hands. His hands were warm. I held them tight. I said, "You remembered." I said, "You remembered everything." He said, "Yes," he said. "I never forgot." He said, "Not one word." He said, "Not one thing." I looked at his face. I saw the man from that night, the man in the gray shirt, the man I gave coffee to, the man I helped, and he helped me back. For 5 years he kept my things. He hoped to find me. And then I came to his door. I started to cry again, but this time it was different. These tears were not sad. I put my arms around him. I held him close. He put his arms around me too. He held me very tight. We stood there like that. We did not talk. We just held each other. Two people who were so sad. Two people who lost people they loved. Two people who helped each other. Many months went by after that night. The house changed. It was not cold now. It was warm. I put plants by the windows, green plants with big leaves. They made the house look alive. He put new things in the rooms, a soft chair, a new table. We were not quiet anymore. One night we made dinner together. He cut the potatoes. We made soup. Good soup with no onions. Music played from the radio. It was a happy song, not a sad song. We sang along. We laughed. I looked at him. He smiled at me. I thought about that first night, the night I came here. I was so sad then. I was so alone. I wanted to hide from everyone. And he was sad too. He was alone too. But we found each other. I did not just find a room here. I found the one person who knew me, the real me, the sad me, the broken me. And he did not run away. He stayed. He cared for me. We met in a waiting room 5 years ago. We were strangers then. We met again in this house. We were strangers again. But now we are not strangers. Now we know each other. We really know each other. We know the dark parts. We know the sad parts. We know the broken parts. And we love each other anyway. This is not just a room for two now. This is our home. Our real home. And I am not alone anymore. Neither is he. Thank you for listening with your heart today. If this story made you smile, or maybe made your eyes a little wet, please press the like button. It tells YouTube that this video is useful for English learners. You can also share it with a friend who likes simple English stories. And please subscribe to Kaviko English Storytime so our small channel can grow. When you subscribe, you are not just a viewer, you are part of this story family. Turn on the bell to meet me again in the next episode.